Is there any more peaceful path?
You're on a path in the woods.
Alright!
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Nope.
Good. You're still
Just
listening
go.
to reason.
Go right in.
You walk down the stairs. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are.
Hi.
Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Nope.
Your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Done.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yep. I just stabbed you and you're gonna bleed out.
She can't die.
You're gonna bleed out. It's fine.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
She gonna bleed out.
But is it over? Really over?
Yep. Yep, she's good. Let's go.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
We're done. Let's go.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
We have. We have done something terrible. We've killed an innocent person without giving them the chance to redeem themselves. But we're still gonna try and go. We're sure positive energy here.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
Yep.
But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
But it's already doomed, isn't it? It's going to end anyway because that's the end of your story.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened?
Your story is over. The world doesn't exist anymore. Technically, the world already ended. Because that's how the narration doesn't seem to realize. Once the narration ends, his world ends. He would have to continue narrating for the rest of his life in order for his world not to end. By actually succeeding in his plan and succeeding in the plotline and finishing the story, he has indeed ended his world.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I don't know how to react to this. On the point of this being, it's just kind of like, we have reached the stasis of a potential world not ending, sure. But is this truly how we want the story to end? Yeah, like this ending is boring. It's just like there's no world to return back to. It's like, does it want your world to end like this so his will be fine? I guess that would be the case. If we are far away, maybe if we say okay, we can look around the cabin. I'm wondering if we can look around the cabin if we just go along with it. me actually save. Saving is actually smart. So, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
We're not happy. But it's a matter of, do we stay in the stasis? Or do we just move in? Can we get McDonald's? I don't think McDonald's delivers into the void of empty space. How do we get out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Oh! Do we even have... Do we still have the blade?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Okay.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
Okay.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Narrator, I hate to be somewhat of an asshole, but what could possibly be happy about living in a potential 7x7 box? A 7x7 by maybe 10 box of empty nothingness, twiddling our thumbs, maybe just wiggling our junk once in a blue moon when we want something entertaining to look at. And it's like, there's nothing happening. How is this happiness?
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
We're getting out.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
Bliss? Look around. Is this truly bliss? This is boring. This is so boring. Come on.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Bye. I guess I'll see one of your cousins later. The Spectre. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yep.
You're here.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
The cold. Hi, friend. You gonna be okay? I hope you're not gonna be a problem.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. A warning. Before you go any further, she will lie.
Yep.
She won't be a problem.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already. You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Yep.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Now, question is, do we take the blade and try to kill her immediately again, or no? There would be no reason for us to take the knife. She's dead already. Probably just enter the basement, probably? Yeah, it's like, we don't need to bring the blade with us. Why would we need to bring the blade with us? Yeah, so, yeah, fuck it.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Physically, anyway.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Yes.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Haunts us for the rest of our days.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Valid.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
I don't want to grab her and I don't want to hurt her. Would grabbing her be like... yeah, that's pretty aggressive. Yeah. Yeah, Spectre is actually kind of cute. Yeah, that's absolutely cute.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
Yeah.
So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Ghost Tommy Mommy for real. I mean, oh my god, there's a lot of options. Well, I should probably explain that I was told you were going to end the world. I guess I should tell you why I was sent to kill you. You were going to end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over.
She's a ghost, of course.
She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Yeah, it was wrong of me. How could it have ended the world if it also goes a knife to the heart?
So there really was a last time, and you really did manage to slay her. I would have liked to think I was the first, but there's no point living in denial. The first? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this. Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic. Threats come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken word could bring about the end of everything just as much as a blade or even the mere existence of an idea. You were chosen for this job for a reason.
That's right, Killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say?
What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt.
Fair.
Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that.
Yeah.
Either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
That's fair. Well, where are you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Fair enough point. Sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done it.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance?
I mean, yeah.
When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it? No.
They should, because depending on if the monster was a monster because of its own ambitions or the monster because of its upbringing.
So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her. Yeah, the people who wanted you to trick me and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. You know, yeah, let's team up. Nobody tricked you. I'm sure that other me gave you wholly accurate information that you wisely chose to act on.
Barely any.
The fact that you apparently botched the landing isn't on the me you're talking to, nor is it on any other version of me that you've encountered. You're using a lot of words to say a lot of nothing.
Thank you, voice of the cold.
The enemy of my enemy.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home. Is that really so much to ask?
No.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away.
Did you hear the hero ask that question, or did I say that in reflection out loud?
Wherever I'm supposed to be, It's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Is there any way I can help you get home? Do you need me to bury those bones?
No. Those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Okay.
After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
I like this energy. This was a good route. I like this energy.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Yeah, sure. Sounds great.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Okay. I'm also hungry too, but, you don't see me getting narrated about it.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
It's fine.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Shards of broken glass. Are you... Wait. Are these voices also my vessels? Are the voices my vessels of each personality that I go through? Huh.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm... a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Huh.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
We're leaving. Let's go.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
Come on.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
Right?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Assumedly.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Cold sounds like a sleepy Ringo Starr, 100%.
Against the backdrop of
Thank you
the
for the
inane
tune.
conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
Well, that's the job of the narrator, is it not? We are supposed to accept our jobs as just narrators.
And whine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
We're gonna keep going forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over.
Mm-hmm.
There's no use stalling.
Exactly.
Let's see what happens next.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
Okay, hopefully you count as a vessel.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends?
Maybe.
Or on top of the other world, but not in it?
Perhaps.
Or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
There you go. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Oh, okay, so that counts as a vessel. You don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again.
But it feels so bad.
You don't need to comfort him.
I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Whatever makes you happy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. I'm gonna save in case I fucked up. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. Then another crack forms, and then another and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you something like me? Well, if you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
An echo? Someone who made you. I'm what's left. You made me? Are you a creator? Others like you said something like that before. Has every narrator really been that different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
None of these top ones really matter. Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I'm sorry, what? The long quiet, a god I made to rid the world of death? What does that mean? Like, what? What did you make? What is the princess then? If
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Wait. Are you insinuating that her being is literally the cause of death? That she is some sort of entity that brings about death? And yet I have to stop her and destroy her? I'm kind of like, wow. I guess after all, death has changed. That is correct. Death is always change. Once someone succumbs to death, everything changes around them. Like, how am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? It's like, you and her allows death to exist, huh? Why would you want to rid the world of death? I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even. Who cares what's done? They've died plenty of times. I mean... Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone know about us? There's so many things I can ask, and just like, there's only a select few glass shards left. If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
To who? To who would it be worth it for? Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
That is so full of fucking hubris. That is just so selfish and dumb. You are literally dooming a godlike entity for the sake of your own hubris to a world you won't even fucking live in. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
That's just... And plus, what even makes you think we want to be a god?
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
I'm not gonna slay her. And I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Hi. I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I am the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Well, what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Oh wait, shoot! No, did not mean to. Nope. Press the save button. Is there any other way? Because I mean, like, if we are indeed meant to stop death, is there any sort of reason for us to keep her here? Death, as terrible and as tragic as death is part of life. Without death, there is no life. There is no meaning. For without death, we cannot try and give hope for pursuits of things within our lifetimes. If you can't die, you literally will run out of things to do. While the world may seem infinite, it's not. And to imagine living a life without death, it's... A life without death would be just torturous. It's not even that she's changed herself, all change will end. It's like, exactly, it's like, everything will become monotonous. Everything will become the same. Everything will stagnate. Stagnation is one of my worst fears. I may hate the world, I may hate humanity, I may hate everyone, in equal measure in terms of how fickle we can all be as human beings, but at the same time, without the ideals of choice and of dying and of change and of the true humanity of it all, is life truly worth living? I think we're good. I think we should just leave. Like, life is worth living, and we shouldn't be one living it alone after making everyone suffer. Let's go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Come on. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Come on. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Is that grass growing? You are free. And she is with you. Yeah, that's grass growing. That's life. That's not death, that's life.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Come on. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Damn! God damn. Wow. Very, very nice. How the hell? That's so good. And that was Slay the Princess. Just, wow. Oh my god. Can you go one day without creating or summoning gods? No, that will never happen.